know, it's nighttime. It's just me and her in the car chilling, vibing. I'm looking over there at her. She looking at me. I'm getting some thoughts, bro. I'm getting some thoughts. Like the video, please. Thank you. Let's get it. Alright. Right my wrongs. This is how I broke bro code with my bro's sister. Me and the bro, we've known each other since preschool, bro. Since pre-K, man. 3 years old, okay? We lived in the same neighborhood. We used to go to each other's house at this time, bro. We was cool. And I didn't even know he had a sister at the time, but apparently she was there too, you know? Me and the bro were close, okay? Preschool, elementary school times, even middle school, right? Me and him were cool. But his sister, she was out the whole picture, bro. I knew she existed once we got to middle school. Once we got to elementary school. But at the time, she's nothing more than just the bro's little sister, you know? Once middle school came around, that's when I really started noticing that she existed. We would all be playing outside in middle school, and middle schoolers are assholes. So, like, I would see his sister, and then I might tease her, and then she'll tease me back. That's just what middle schoolers do, you know? We're assholes for fun. Now, let's go to when it really happened, okay? 10th grade for me, right? When I was in 10th grade, she was in 8th grade, which is still middle school. She was going to high school the next year. At this time, me and the bro, we were not as close as we used to be, but we were still cool, you know? We still lived in the same neighborhood, you know? Rode the same school bus. We sat next to each other on the bus, had some classes together. So it's like we still spent a lot of time with each other. So it's like we still cool like that, you feel me? You know, I was consistently going over to his house because we would play 2K, you feel me? I know you could play 2K online or whatever, but bro, it's not the same. You know, when you there with the homie, it's like it's different when you playing 2K with the homie and y'all actually in the same room, you feel me? And I didn't have the 2K, he had the newest 2Ks, I didn't always have them. Anyways, now when I went over to his house, right, it was just me and him. Like I said, I never had a conversation with his sister up to this point. Now all of a sudden she comes around now, you know? I'm in the house, so of course she's gonna be in the house as well, but now she's coming in the room. Me and him are playing 2K, you know, vibing or whatever, and she's in the room. She's like, oh, I want to watch a movie, you know? She's putting her little input in or whatever. I'm finally at the point where it's like, okay, since I'm coming over to the bro's house consistently, you feel me? I might as well talk to her, right? Why would I be rude? I mean, all the time it was like, hi, how you doing? Cool, whatever. And then we would keep on doing whatever we were doing. Now it's like, since I'm seeing her so consistently, I might as well try to start a conversation with her, right? Over time, I start talking to her. I'm like, okay, this girl is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. She pretty laid back. I'm laid back. She's introverted. I'm introverted, you know? My homie, he's more extroverted. So me and him don't really relate that much at this point, other than like basketball and 2K and stuff like that, you feel me? But yeah, I'm like, okay, bro, your sister pretty cool. Some time goes by, you know, weeks, months, and I'm like, okay, your sister really cool. I'm like, okay, I'm kinda feeling this dude's sister. But I can't tell him that. I cannot tell him that his little sister, the one that I've never paid attention to, I'm feeling her all of a sudden. You know, I can't do that. But I was feeling her. Within the next year, I'll go over to their house more to see her than to see him, you feel me? But I couldn't go up to his house and be like,
hey bro, you try to bring your sister out, I'm trying to chill with your sister.
You know, you can't do that. You don't do that, you know? Junior year comes for me. She's in high school now, so it's like, okay, now not only am I going to the homie's house, but on the bus in the morning and afternoon, she's there, you know? Once we go in school, we cross paths every now and then. I'm seeing her a lot more consistently. So now I'm hanging out with her without the bro, you feel me? But when we are in school, I wouldn't want people to know that I like the homie's sister, because they already knew I was bros. That was gonna raise some eyebrows, you know, and I knew that. In the mornings, you know, we all get into school, 7 a.m. I'm walking down the hallway. I see her at the corner of my eye. She's like, "Hey, Ty." I'm like, bro, I cannot let nobody know that I'm vibing with the homie's sister. For so long, I acted like I didn't hear her, like I didn't see her when we were in school. To the homie's house, you know, in the afternoon after school is over, I'm talking to her now. You know, I'm talking to her at the house, but at school, I act like I don't know her. That's the game that I was trying to play to make sure that we didn't blow our cover, right? You know, these video game nights with the bro turn into movie nights with all three of us sitting on the sofa, lights out, movie on the TV, right? On the couch, the bro is on the right side, right? I'm in the middle. She's on the left side, okay? We have a blanket over us. This is like the most intimate moment I can get out of her without blowing the cover. No pun intended. You know, so the cover is over us, the blanket is over us, and, you know, I might get a little touchy under there, but at the same time, I'm like, no, bro, what are you doing, Ty? You know, I was conflicted. I was really feeling her at this point, but I'm like, I ain't even addressed this with the bro. So behind his back, you know, while he would be playing Fortnite or something, right? He's not looking back. We're behind him play wrestling and stuff. I'm licking her neck and stuff. I was getting out of hand. You feel me? I was getting out of hand. Things were getting out of hand, and I didn't know how to handle it. So time would go on, man. The same thing would be happening. Sometimes I would talk to her in school a little bit. Sometimes I wouldn't, you know, because I wanted to make sure I was in control of the perception of things. You know, I knew if I spent too much time around her, people were gonna get talking, because they knew I was homies with the homie. They're gonna come to certain conclusions, and then I'm gonna have to speak up. And I didn't want to speak up at the time. I was too scared. I tried to keep everything low key. A conflict in my own head. I was the one dealing with the problem the most, you know, because I felt like the repercussions were gonna be on me the hardest. This wasn't rubbing her the right way. The fact that I would talk to her in private, but in public, I would act like I didn't know her, you know. Senior year of my, you know, this is my last year in high school, and this is when things peak between me and her. We're really vibing out, you know, we're both driving at this time. She ain't got her license yet, but she's starting to drive. So beforehand, we done nothing other than, like, I might touch her inner thigh. One night, I'm in the house, you know, eating crabs, garlic crabs. I'm chilling, you know. And out of nowhere, I get this text. I see it's from her. She says, "Ty, come outside." Mind you, it's 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. at night. It's nighttime, okay? Dark outside. Nobody's outside but her car in the cut, okay? No headlights on, the car off. It looks really suspicious, but nevertheless, I walked up to the car. I sat in there, garlic breath and all, you know. I got garlic stains on my shirt. I was thinking there was some type of emergency, you know, or maybe I left something. I was thinking there's short term. She's like, "Get in." I'm like, okay, cool. Sat in the passenger seat. She's like, "Oh, I'm trying to put you onto music." You mean to tell me you brought me out here at 10 p.m. to put me onto music? Mind you, this not her car. This her parents' car. She don't have her license. She not even supposed to be out the house right now, okay? She playing the slow R&B music that I'm vibing to. She know I like R&B music. We both vibing to this music. It's dark outside, you know, it's nighttime. It's just me and her in the car chilling, vibing. I'm looking over there at her. She looking at me. I'm getting some thoughts, bro. I'm getting some thoughts. We start getting a little touchy. Even though I got garlic breath, I'm like, "Hey, bro, I can't turn back now. You know, it's too late. I can't be like, hey, let me take a shower real quick." I'm like, "Hey, fuck it. You know, I'm already out here." At first, I'm touching her arm, you know, moving my hand down to the inner thigh and getting close to the neck, you know, kissing on the neck, all that stuff. And then I thought, wait, Ty, wait. Do you know who this is, bro? Throughout this whole time, since the time that I met her, all the way to this point in this moment, this girl went from just the homie sister to create her own, like, she became her own person, you know? She created her own form separate from the homie. It was like they just happened to be related. My whole perception of her changed. Nevertheless, she's still the homie's sister, okay? So I had to stop myself over and over. I would keep on, I would go, I would stop. I would go, I would stop. I was so conflicted in myself that I couldn't completely, I couldn't, okay? I couldn't do it. Out of nowhere, she grabs my face and she kisses me. After that, I was like, yo. Because that could go two ways, you know? Could be like, okay, I can definitely seal a deal right now. Or I need to back out of this situation, okay? I was so stunned in this moment. I didn't know what to do. I just froze. And then it got to the point where she was like, you know what? I have to go home now. Because I didn't do anything, you know? She probably felt rejected, like I didn't do anything after that. That's where it stopped. That's the peak of it all. That was the last day I ever saw her. That's the last day we ever met up, okay? She probably felt rejected so many times, neglected. All of this could have been solved if I just talked to the homie, if I just had a conversation with him, you know, been respectful about it all. Because the truth is, I was the one having the most conflict within me about the whole situation, but she was getting hurt in the process of it, you know? You know, I went inside, she drove back home. I think she got in trouble, and I texted her. She wasn't texting me back. And yeah, that was the end of that. But it taught me something. Sometimes you can't hide everything, bro. It's best if you don't let those things build up, because you may be hurting somebody when you hide certain things from certain people, you know? I was being disrespectful to the homie, and I was hurting her by trying to act a certain way out in public, but in private, I was vibing, you feel me? If I just had a simple conversation with the bro, right? He could have said no, right? I would have to respect his decision, but I was scared of him saying no. But at the same time, he could have said, that's cool, bro. Because mind you, she told me that her family has suspicions with us. And at the same time, they said he's a good person. You know, they said Ty's a good person. He's a good dude. If the homie ever told his parents, like, hey, I'm about to go out with my friends, and they'd be like, which friend? And he would be like, Ty. They'd be like, okay, cool. You know, because I was a good influence. I was just scared. I didn't have the maturity. I didn't have the balls. I didn't have the guts to simply have the conversation with the bro out of respect. You know, I've known him for so long, and the fact that I couldn't have that type of conversation, it shows a lot about where my mindset was at the time. You know, it was childish. I was too scared to show my true intentions. I was thinking about hiding everything. I was preserving everything, but that's not how it went, you know. Me hiding everything hurt her and made her leave. And also, at this time, I wasn't really cool with the homie. Not over no beef or nothing, but, you know, we just grew apart. I could have slept a lot better knowing that he denied me, rather than I did this behind his back, and now she's left, and now I disrespected him the whole time. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta, even though it might be uncomfortable, you gotta have the balls, you have to have the guts to have difficult conversations, because you never know where it may go. Okay? That's what I got for this video. Hope y'all liked it. Let me know what y'all think about it. Like it if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. But don't dislike it. Leave a comment if you wish, and subscribe for more content from All Seeing Ty. And I'm out, man. Peace.